Allô, Nissan? Hey, grosse tempête, hein?
Hey, Karine, oui, je sais, les vilains bonhommes de neige sont de retour.
Mais avec le Nissan Rogue à traction intégrale, c'est pas stressant.
Exact, il est conçu et testé pour nos hivers. Oh, Karine, il y a un bonhomme dans le Rogue.
Ah, c'est correct. J'ai allumé les sièges chauffants.
Ah, bien joué, Karine. Maîtrisez toutes les conditions. Louez le Rogue S 2026 à partir de 0,4% jusqu'à 36 mois, incluant une réduction fidélité de 0,5% pour les clients Nissan admissibles. Jusqu'au 2 mars, sur approbation de crédit, les conditions s'appliquent. Détails chez Nissan.
We do have the best listeners in radio. So much tremendous response on my quest for the best kettle out there. Some of you have very pricey tastes. I've asked you, hey, send me a link, by the way, to your favorite kettle as I try and find the best electric kettle out there. I just got one. I just told you about this about 5 minutes ago. I just bought one on Black Friday. I got it. It's good. I just feel it's not perfect, okay? So listen, some of you have pricey tastes. I have a listener that sent me a link to a Breville kettle, okay? It's the Smart Kettle Luxe kettle, and it's $269. Whoa! It's a really expensive kettle. Well, $230. It's on sale. $239, $30 off. So it's a very expensive kettle. This listener writes, "Hey, this is a little pricey." No, go figure. But it looks very beautiful. And then I have a listener who sent me a note on a Sunbeam that they like. It's $50. But, you know, it doesn't look as nice as the one that I bought, and mine was $41. So I appreciate the link here, but the disparity here on this Breville Smart kettle, absolutely crazy. And a listener writes me that they have a full glass kettle from Costco. It's amazing. They're an avid tea drinker. They will only use glass electric kettles. Theirs is Salton brand. Now, fun fact, the one that I had, that I still have at home, the previous one, is Salton, and it's really good. It wasn't full glass. It was metal with a tiny window. That's what I'm trying to upgrade here. And this listener writes that they heat their tea to 214 Fahrenheit, okay? We'll do the math on that later and figure out what that means. But thank you for all of your notes on which kettle is best. Keep them coming on our text line, 514-790-0800. Now let's turn our attention to the Canada Post strike. And let me tell you something. I am seeing anger out there. And I point to Twitter. I'm on X. And Simon Paquin, he is the COO at Felix and Norn Cookies. And Felix and Norn Cookies, these are the best cookies ever. I buy them at the grocery store. Luckily, I don't need to get them shipped to me. And yesterday, I saw him tweet this out. And I'm telling you, for a COO to just publicly post this right now, you know, the reason I'm mentioning it is that this is a public post on X. COO of Felix and Norn. And they're so upset about the Canada Post strike. Here's their tweet, okay? And I can't even read part of the tweet because there's foul language. F-U, and it's spelled out. F-U Canada Post. You're going to cost us our whole holiday season. Now, I can imagine if you're any business that relies on Canada Post and this has happened, there would be anger. It's the 21st day of the Canada Post strike, disrupting business during this crucial holiday period. Let's talk a little bit more about this and the logistical issues and everything else. Jasmin Guénette joins us, VP of National Affairs at the CFIB, the Canadian Federation of Independent Business. Jasmin, welcome to the program.
Yes, thank you for having me.
So, listen, I just mentioned one COO who is livid over this. What are you seeing and hearing among the Canadian Federation of Independent Businesses?
We are seeing and hearing the same kind of message you just read. The strike at Canada Post is costing businesses a lot of money. It's costing businesses money because of lost sales, lost orders, more expensive delivery alternatives. And it's been going on for more than 2 weeks now. And we have estimated that the total cost that businesses are bearing because of the strike now surpasses $1 billion.
$1 billion thanks to this strike. Now, do you feel like, who do you blame at this point? Should the government have forced these two sides to come together to speed this up? At the end of the day, this is a labor dispute that will be resolved. I think what we all want is to get to the resolution sooner than later. Where do you point to? Where do you point the blame when it comes to this?
Look, we are asking the federal government to intervene immediately. They can end the strike either by imposing binding arbitration. They can end the strike either by introducing back-to-work legislation. It looks like the negotiation or the mediation between the union and the employer is not going anywhere. Still, the minister says, I'm not going to do anything. And this is not what a responsible minister of labor should say. We are asking him to intervene, not to stay on the sideline, but to intervene and find a way to end the strike so that businesses can use Canada Post services, hopefully in the most important period of the season of the year for many small businesses. The holiday shopping season is quite important. And right now, Canada Post is hurting those that they should be serving.
Jasmin, let me ask you about the other alternatives there, because I've ordered from a couple of places, small businesses as well, online, and they were able to deliver to me very quickly. They used, some of these upstart businesses. There's a whole bunch of third-party options out there. So is the impact being maybe overblown, keeping in mind that there are alternatives to ship things?
Indeed, alternatives exist. Most are more expensive. Some are comparable. Some may be less expensive. When you are in Montreal, when you are in Toronto, when you are in our largest cities, you have many alternatives, but it's not the case for all businesses, especially those in rural and remote communities. It's a shame because at the end of the day, it is Canada Post who will pay the price for this mess. If small businesses can find alternatives to Canada Post that are not as expensive, maybe they will never go back to Canada Post. But the reality is that what we are hearing now is that the capacity of those alternatives are kind of maxed out at the moment. Yeah. So, there's so many people turning around and asking those other companies to ship goods that they have a lot of capacity.
Can they get through if this continues straight through Christmas? Could this mean some businesses going out of business because they miss out on a holiday shopping season?
Maybe. We've heard anecdotes from some of our members that, they are looking to shut down their operation because their entire business model is based on the ability to send their products by mail. So we've heard, some members saying that they are extremely worried. And I would not be surprised if some businesses, because they are missing out on the Christmas season, the holiday season, that the impact on their business will be too important just to go to continue their business as usual.
Jasmin Guénette is VP of National Affairs at the Canadian Federation of Independent Business. Thank you so much for coming on today.
It's my pleasure. Have a nice day.